this is Björn Landberg. Welcome to Threefold Talk.
Just love that every time.
Did you see? He's like some spokesperson for like a lemon drink or something. And he keeps making these like almost absurdist commercials where lemons are falling out of the sky, and he has this like perfectly manicured like mustache and like a forky goatee thing going on, and he like posted sometime recently he's like in like traveling as this character, this lemon person character. I don't even know what's happening, but it's delightful because he's like a breezy, almost like the most interesting man in the world. You remember those commercials?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like it got that kind of vibe. But
I like lemon beverages. That sounds good to me.
Yes, it's delightful.
Let me see if I can find it.
You
post it on his Instagram?
It's on Instagram. It's on
Instagram. Here we go. This is, you're gonna love this. Let me just share my screen for a second.
Also, hi, Minichad.
Hi, Minichad. Welcome, everybody.
I don't know. When I come here, I don't feel like I'm like you need to introduce me. I'm just like, you know, it feels like I should be here.
It's an extra special episode when you come back. So we're glad you're here.
Yeah.
See, look at this man.
Oh my gosh, it's like Orville Redenbacher kind of. That's what I get.
It's kind of popcorn man vibes, but you see his like lemon cravat and the lemon people behind him.
Yeah, it's like watch out, Brazil. Fritz Bills is in town.
Fritz Bills, yeah, Fritz Bills.
Fritz Bills.
Yeah, that's his alter ego. For this
guy.
Lemon.
I wonder if I can find the like. I wonder if he's actually. Wait, I think I found the actual advert. Yes. Okay.
Oh yeah, we should watch it. It's ridiculous.
And our European friends buy this beverage and try.
Maybe so.
I mean, I can't yet. I haven't tried. I will try. But I assume other places.
Oh, there's a director's cut.
This is just not gonna.
Hi, I'm Fritz Bills, and this is Bills Stellar. My new panache natural. Free from alcohol.
No alcohol.
So natural that even lemons get jealous.
Thanks, Cloud Fritz. No problem, Lakeside Fritz. I really can't thank you enough, Cloud Fritz.
Enough. He fucking hates me.
Who's thirsty?
Well,
pretty nice.
Okay.
Fancy coming down and joining me?
Shut up, Lakeside Fritz. It appears I must leave now.
It just turned into a
The
lemon.
new Bill Stellar, naturally free.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can find like the YouTube version or something, because obviously you see it better, but that kills me. Absolutely kills me.
Fritz Blitz.
How many versions of Fritz do you think there are? Is there more than just Lakeside Fritz and Cloud Fritz?
I bet as things go on, we will find
There'll
out.
be more Fritzes. Okay.
I think there has to be like Chalet Fritz. I feel like that would fit since he's in Switzerland.
Yeah,
we lost
definitely.
Leigh-A.
Oh, yeah, we have lost Leigh-A.
Leia's having technical difficulties this evening.
Yeah,
she is sadly.
Her internet is struggle bussing.
Yeah.
Anyway, delightful things. Well, today we're talking about delightful things inspired by the light's work. We thought we'd talk about things that make us happy.
Because it's been rough. It's been rough recently. All around. So we love these shows where we like where we just wanted you to know I got that joke, Mel.
Thank you.
We like doing these shows. We've done this a couple times before where we talk about just, great things. And today in particular, we thought we wanted to do that again, and we would like invite Grace back to join us. And she is making one of those beautiful rare appearances, and we're going to talk about all the things that sort of bring light into your life. One of those things that don't bring light into your life is unfortunately bad internet.
Yes.
Roof Mistress Leigh seems to be struggling with.
Well, yeah. She was very excited for this episode too. Hopefully things clear up and she'll be able to not spin.
That's just an old wise one trick where they turn into a little white serpent that goes around and around in the dark.
That is. It is interesting that they chose to make that animation very similar to the waiting for forever animation. I wonder if that was on purpose.
I don't know. It's maybe we'll who knows? We'll ever find that out. But before we get into those sorts of things, I think we should probably check if there's been any news recently. Does it feel like
a little bit?
Yeah,
a little bit.
Does it mean I get to listen to the intro to Daily Veil?
Yes, it does.
Then yes, we should talk about news.
It's time for the Daily Veil.
Brothers and sisters,
it is time to cover up your face.
For the wheel of time has news, and we shall dance the spheres with it.
This is the Daily Veil.
So good.
So good.
So good. I was pre-dancing to the music, even though the music had
I was a smidge late in pushing the start button on the music.
Oh yeah, I have the news.
Yeah.
All right. So first, this is news that is soon to expire. Like it expires.
As in like in less than hours now.
Yeah. I don't know math, but it 11:59 Central Time. So a little under 4 hours from now, this offer expires to help WatCon support accessibility. And I don't know, did you guys have a chance to see any of the accessibility in action at WatCon this time around?
Yes.
Some good stuff.
A lot of it.
There are interpreters. There are people who help lead around people with visual impairments. There's all sorts of good WatCon accessibility stuff offered to help make sure that the con is as inclusive as possible. And if you buy merch, you can support that. And you can get one of these cool shirts. During the con, they were doing DJ Nibbles versus
Manfear.
Manfear
You were
shirt.
Team Nibbles or Team Manfear.
But you got more options here. You can be a harbor master. You can let Joe blow.
That's genuine. That's an actual silhouette of Joe blowing.
I love that so much.
Yeah, that's not a random silhouette found somewhere. We turned
it's
an image of Joe into a silhouette. I say we like I was involved. I did not make it. But I saw
we
the
as
process,
in the fandom.
Yes, I saw the process in the background of the social team pulling this together for this. So that is, you get your own personal Joe silhouette.
Yes. So, yes, if you'd like to support that and get another awesome Wheel of Time shirt, links in the chat. All right.
So it says limited edition items. Does that mean you cannot get those items anymore after this?
These are not regularly on sale. So this WatCon shirt comes from 2 years ago.
The very
yeah, I need to get. I don't have one of those, and I think I need to get one before they go away.
I want one too.
Yeah.
I remember to do that before.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes!
I don't know why my phone's working and my computer's not, but whatever.
That's annoying. Well, we can see you and we can hear you.
Skeeter wants to add on to that. He said the poker game accessibility was pretty incredible from his perspective, at least. They had accessible poker chips that were tactile. So,
Cool.
which was
That's
a new
awesome.
one this year because Ben wanted to play. Ben was the guest. Was one of the guests at the con, one of the attendees at the con, who was visually impaired, and he wanted to play poker, I believe. So they had tactile chips, so he could be involved.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So support that so we can have more people come to WalkCon. Okay. Next news is TowerCon is soon. It is
Next
August
weekend.
9th and 10th.
Yep.
In Colorado. Right?
It's next the way that British and European people say next weekend, or at least British people, maybe not European. When we say next weekend, we see the next, not this weekend is coming. The next is the one after. So
Yeah.
Just to clarify that, it is the 9th and 10th of August.
And
Yep.
there's virtual and in-person tickets. So if you can't go, you can sign up. They're still figuring out like what specific parts they're going to be streaming, but they do have a little bit of a schedule and just a whole bunch of activities. So if you can't physically go, you can still join remotely.
Yeah.
Nice.
Doing.
That's really cool. Yeah. So, TowerCon's been going on for a few years, and I think this is the first time it's in Colorado. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, because I think it's been.
I think it was in Wisconsin,
previously?
before,
Yeah.
because Rebecca Sadai from North Harbor podcast. Well, I don't know why words are so hard. North Harbor podcast is the one who runs it. So, but she wanted to put it somewhere that's a little bit closer to people. So, or I guess more people. So we do have some lovely Watt fans in Wisconsin. But
Yay! More cons for everybody.
More
Right.
cons.
All right. Next news. Speaking of cons, this con, Jordan Con, put its tickets on sale super early. They're usually,
I know.
They
It
usually
blew my
come on
mind.
sale like in the fall sometime, but now if you were missing your cons, you can sign up for Jordan Con as well as Tower Con and just con it all up for the next year with all sorts of cons. So go buy your ticks. You can do it.
yeah.
Want me to put that link in the chat, or people know how to get to Jordan Con? I think they know.
I think they know how to go to jordancon.org.
Last
They'll
bit
be
of news.
okay.
Last bit of news, in case you missed our episode last week, where we were going on faulty information about the deadline for your title
a
entries.
second extension on this, not to be extended
Surprise
edition.
extension. What Idol is now due August 6th. So you have
This means I don't need to start until next week now. So amazing.
That's 3 additional days.
You have some extra days. I think it was literally until the Dusty Wheel is over that day is when the submissions are due. When Dusty Wheel ends, then your submissions are.
Oh, it was the 6th on the Wednesday. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's Wednesday. Yeah. So yes. So it's not, you don't have a whole extra weekend. You just have a few more days.
That's fine. I still don't have to start till next week.
No. See,
But as
the way I found this out was I made a post yesterday. I think it was yesterday. And I was like, 4 days left, guys. Time to start coming up with ideas for all the procrastinators. And then freaking What Idol goes in and cock blocks me and is like, actually. And I was like, I was trying to trick them into starting their things. And yeah, well, now you know it's real. Anyway, that's the news.
I have a tradition. You've missed a piece of news as well, but I'll add that in a second.
I have.
You have. Mostly because it occurred to me while we were talking about it. But I feel like I've now become, like, last year I would have been the very last entry had it not been for Kevin Angus literally waiting for me to submit like 2 hours before deadline was due.
Are you
So I
just
feel
going to
like
do it again? You're going to compete to be the last submitter?
I don't know if Kev's doing one. I don't know if we'll be competing, but I feel like I kind of have to like be that last guy now, the last entry or close enough. Anyway, so the piece of news you missed while you were saying, you get a con and you get a con and you get a con. This weekend is your last chance to get tickets in person to come to Malkier Con and hang out with all us folks and get to see Julia Howland, who will be joining us for a special performance of The Hills of Ten Chico, which I can't wait, and performance of her new song that it'll be the first time she's played it in person. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
That's so cool.
That's in.
Such a great voice.
It's in 4 weeks.
That's crazy.
Oh my god!
And
completely right.
And even if you can't turn up in person, you should get a digital ticket, because then you get access to the charity auction. Because in the charity auction, I'm going to have, amongst a lot of great fun things, including a signed photo of Bjorn Landberg. I will be having one of these going in the auction that I had. This is not just signed by Rosamund, as you see here, but it's still in the tube when I brought it back from WhatCon. I had Sharon Gillam sign a couple as well. So there will be one of those that has Rosamund and Sharon's signature on it up for the charity auction. So if you missed out on one of these because you couldn't make it, which I understand, it was very limited, and you want one that's got Sharon's signature on as well as Rosamund's signature, then you need to be getting a digital ticket so you can so you can access the charity auction.
So you're saying I should open that package that you sent me like a week and a half ago?
Did you not open that yet?
I was planning on unboxing, and I keep forgetting until you mentioned
it. That one doesn't have Sharon's signature on, sadly. But I did get a poster for you and send it to you.
Yeah,
so.
It's somewhere in my kitchen at this moment. I keep meaning to like unbox it here, and then I don't remember. So whatever.
That's fine. I love this, Rapunzel. Will the hens be there too? Julie and I we've joked about this. If the hens could travel freely and without stress, she would absolutely bring the hens. But it's not something that is doable, sadly. But yeah.
Just get some random hens that live in Prague and just have them come to the hotel.
I mean, we'll have
set up a rescue for her, a surprise hen rescue.
Surprise! We brought you hens. That won't stress her out at all, I'm sure.
The hotel is pet friendly, so I'm sure that'll be a good idea.
Everyone brings a pet chicken, like it's like Easter, and everyone has a chick.
I really want her to have halters for them that she could like walk them around the hotel.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure there's chicken halters out there, or like
chickens on a leash,
chicken size halters.
Chicken on a string. I don't know, but yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
That's really cool.
All the chicken related things.
Chickens, they're funny.
They are. Chickens are wonderful. So, but yeah. 3 eggs at the hotel breakfast. Oh my god. So
that's hilarious.
The hens can't fly very easily. I might be. Okay. I think that's it for news though.
Yeah. So. Good news. Not a lot, but still some good stuff going on.
Yeah.
I think it was a lot. I think those are a lot of like happy things for sad times.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you know what else makes people happy in sad times?
My baby girl.
Oh, you want butts? Oh, okay, I'll give you butts.
Also butts.
You're referring to the hot tub scene where you saw Lan's ass.
It's been a while since I've gone wild with them, and you know what? I
don't give a fuck.
It keeps making me tap for sound.
Oh no!
Yes,
oh,
I'm very technology limited tonight, but making it work.
Your picture is so clear now, though.
Yeah, your phone
really
camera.
All your colorfulness.
Yeah, it's really good. What does your shirt say? You say cat lady, like it's a bad thing. Oh, I like it.
I wore this for Bane and Chiad.
Facts. Yeah, hopefully. I keep hoping she'll come by, but I don't think she's feeling well. But maybe Maple will know what's going on your shirt and come out and say hi. We'll see.
Why don't you tell us who Maple is?
Well, if you haven't heard, you should join the Lightswork Discord server so you can hear all of my personal news. um, but I have adopted a new kitty, and her name is Maple. She's a 3.5-year-old tortie who was given up by some very mean people who decided they wanted another cat, and because Maple is not okay with other cats, they decided to give up Maple. So they brought her to the shelter, and she was very angry about that. So she was advertised as being a very sour kitty that would swat and hiss at you and then be nice. So as a stabby Aiel, I was very interested in that, obviously. And so I went to go see her. But from the moment I met her until now, which has been about a week, I have seen no such stabbiness at all. She's nothing but sweet with me. So I think she was just stressed and didn't want them messing with her at the shelter and doing all the things they do. And I think she has a nice, quiet home. Then she'll be happy.
Yeah.
So
She's gorgeous.
She's
a pretty lady.
Good camouflage.
Yeah.
Like she would
She's a
blend
pretty
in
lady.
the desert very well.
Exactly. She's clearly part Aiel, you know. That's she needed that she's an Aiel home.
a little camouflage, yeah.
Yeah.
And
You're
what's
just gonna, like,
crazy
have
is
her face veiled.
if you cover up the right side of her face, if you're looking at her and you cover the right side of her face, or no, the left side, but her right, and you look at just the orange side, her face looks so much like my cat from before, Copper. It's kind of crazy. Like the green eyes and the orange, like tabby. It's crazy. So yeah, she's been chill, but she's I think she contracted some conjunctivitis at the shelter, so she's not feeling well. So I think she's kind of just laying low, but maybe she'll come by and say hi.
Fingers crossed. I love this. Brian said,
That's
"All
very
hail Her Majesty Queen Maple, ruler of margaritas, keeper of cuddles. Long may she reign."
Yay.
Yeah.
I love it.
Very
Oh, there she is. She heard us talking about you just for a second.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, you can see her ears.
Yeah, take the banner down. You can see her. Maple.
So this is her cat cave that I got for her because she's spoiled already. So she has a pink woolly cat cave, and she took to it right away. She loves to be covered up. I think she likes dark, like hiding places, and so she loves her cat cave.
Perfect. Absolutely.
We got our asshole cat one of those ones that look like it's a can of cat. It's like a a cat bed with a cover on it, and it looks like a can of cat food or a can of cat. And he wouldn't stop peeing on it, so we had to stop letting him use it. But maybe now he's older, we can try it again. But yeah, he would just he would like it. He would go in there and hang out, and then he would pee in it.
Wow.
Now I'm worried. Should I check and make sure that's not happening?
The good thing about cats is when they pee on something, you tend to notice.
Yeah, I'm sure I would notice.
I was actually really worried because I lost my sense of smell for a little bit because of the COVID. I was worried it was going to be gone for a while, but it started to come back pretty well. Again, I was worried I wouldn't be able. My real life Matt Cawthon was out of town, and he came back on Sunday, and I was like, if the house smells, I don't know. So I hope it doesn't. He's like, I don't think it smells. But I had my oldest walk around and was like, can you just sniff, see if there's anything stinky?
Aside from the children's clothes.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. It's abnormally stinky.
Yeah.
I think he's immune to the teenage boy smell for sure.
Teenage boys just smell. Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway, let's talk about things that make us
I was
happy.
gonna say that
not
doesn't
pretty
make us happy,
boys.
does it?
No.
I don't know. We're laughing about it, so you know.
Gross teenage boys.
True.
Should we start? So this is something actually Amis really championed this topic for us, and she isn't able to join us on screen right now because she's pretty impressively injured or recovering from injury, but she gave us her thoughts. So we're gonna talk about like feel good movies, shows, music, things like that make us happy to help us in hard times. And yeah, so we can start with her stuff, I guess.
Yeah. She sent us a couple pictures for a couple of them, but I'll run through because Amis isn't here. I'm going to run through I think everything that she sent us. So she gave us a couple options for movies. One of which I'm like, yes, I absolutely see. One of which I didn't expect. I don't know why I didn't expect this. But so she put A Princess Bride, which I know is a huge classic. I didn't know about until the fandom, and then suddenly everyone was just like, Rob, you need to watch this. So I did watch it eventually, and I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, you didn't know about it until
Nope, was not a thing. So yeah. It might have been one of these shows that we've done where it was mentioned. I'm like, people talk about the show. I've not seen it, or this movie, and I've not seen it, so I did.
What did you think after you saw it?
It was good. I liked it. I enjoyed it. So I think
if he doesn't have the nostalgia connection to
that's
it,
what I'm saying. I feel like it's a nostalgia thing, and I love that because I have nostalgia things myself. But yeah, I just I can see why people love it. Another kitty. So
Alder says hi. He's smelling my armpit. That's what makes him happy.
Yeah, fair enough.
Look at her. She's here anyway.
Hi, Mies. I wish you were here.
Yeah, we wish you were here. But the other one, and I love this option, is Star Wars, specifically A New Hope, which is episode 4. Yes, episode 4. Yeah, great movie.
And we do have a picture for that. I just can't press the buttons.
My apologies.
I can push
buttons pushed. There we go.
Look at that classic poster.
Yes.
Oh god.
Love it. The old school original poster.
That's nice.
Yeah.
It's nice.
This is such a good feel good movie because it's in the name. Like it's the hope of the rebellion, the hope of overcoming, and spoiler alert, they blow up the Death Star in the end. So
what?
What? I know, right? A movie that's 40, 50 years old.
Yeah. I read someone did a post about this the other day, and it's like, if you really think about when they turn up at the Death Star, Anakin, who is obviously Darth Vader, must be like, wait, are those my kids and my old teacher and the droid I built and the droid I befriended with some random dude in a ship all turned up together? How did that come be? They wrote it in a funnier way, but I was like, that's actually, I hadn't quite realized he just is connected to every single person except Han, who just randomly shows up with the ship. So, but it's a great movie. It's such a great
his daughter's future husband. So,
that's there we go. Yeah, and then my daughter's future husband. Yeah, it's just hilarious.
There's a little tavern in there. So
I really think that should make you rethink your life when all these people from your past show up to blow up your house.
To blow you up, yeah. You did something wrong.
I feel like maybe they don't like me for some reason.
Yeah,
maybe I should make different choices. Pretty great.
Yeah, music. Amis has picked her 90s and noughties playlist, and I mean noughties is the 2000s, by the way, folks.
Is that really what you guys say, naughties?
Yeah, the noughties. Yeah, because it's what do you say in America?
2000s.
In the 2000s.
In the 2000s. I mean, I say the aughts, but I don't say people say naughties.
The naughties.
Fun.
Yeah, I haven't.
I like it. I want to adopt it.
In the noughties, yeah. I haven't heard a good one for the 2010s, whatever. I haven't heard a good one for that yet, but noughties was a fun one.
We say
So-
2010s. Yeah.
Should
Kinda
be.
boring.
It should be a fun
So
way
yeah,
to say
some
it.
90s and 2000s music is go-to music.
I mean,
90s dance music makes me so happy. Like
Mhm.
instantly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty great.
Get little Spice Girls going.
Yeah. Some No Doubt.
Ace of Base.
Oh yeah.
Ace of Base.
yeah.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I want
mean,
my 90s
just-
playlist now.
It's still on.
The-
Ace of Base is for sure still on whatever original iPod I have. I think it was one of those like little ones that were like this big. That the iPod
Back when the obsession was
Oh, yeah.
every future
weren't
piece
like-
of technology
I
got
know what you're
smaller
talking
and
about.
they weren't the
smaller.
minis. They were minier than the minis. Like I had
Nano?
one that was
Oh,
just
iPod
it was
Nano.
just like a
Yes.
rectangle with a dial in it, and it like you could like clip it
Oh.
onto your belt. Had a little clip,
Oh, yeah. I know
This
what you're
one I
talking
had.
about. Yep.
but it
Yeah.
wasn't the mini because the mini
No.
was like this size.
I know what you're talking about, though.
But
don't
if
know.
I could plug it in and turn it on, there would definitely be some Ace of Base on that for sure.
Naomi says it was the iPod Nano.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
But yeah, I love that time in technology where the obsession was to make everything smaller every time you made something new, and then we realized, we don't care about it being smaller. Just make it work well and give a good touchscreen. Yeah.
Oh, no, the shuffle. The iPod shuffle.
Shuffle.
Is that what it
Thank
was
you.
now?
That's what it
That's
was.
the small.
Yes.
That's what it
Okay.
was. That's what it was. That was
The
thank you.
shuffle. Before
That's
the
what it
shuffle was a dance move, it was a music device. There we
Yes.
go.
Yes.
Those
And
that
I-
are too young to know otherwise.
Yeah. And I transplanted my Napster playlist onto the shuffle.
Napster. Oh my
Right.
god.
Yeah.
And then
You're
Yeah.
saying
Wow.
words the children don't understand. But
You
yeah,
also put your
perfect.
Napster on your MySpace account.
What was the other one? Was there one called Morpheus or something? I used I used Napster, but then there was another one that came out after
There-
that.
there was another
I can't
one.
remember.
There was one that
Yeah.
started with a G. What was it called?
No, I don't remember.
Oh,
Ow.
I'm not
ow.
sure.
I don't know.
But yeah, I mean, music wise, I think I'm still stuck in the 90s and the noughties myself. Like, I don't like. There's a few things here and there that I play recently. Well, in terms of like recently released in the last 5-10 years, with the exception of Ed Sheeran, and then yeah, pretty much it's like give me my pop punk playlists and all that sort of stuff.
Speaking of you and music, and it's only relevant because they're from your city. I just found out today on the radio that Oasis got back together and is doing like a big tour.
Yeah, I'm actually not an Oasis fan, and I was so thrilled of when WhatCon was planned because I live next to a massive park, and that massive park already has a music festival once a year that takes over the local area and destroys public transportation because what isn't in use for getting to the event is cancelled because the roads are chaos. And I have to put like permits out if you have a car, if you live in the place and all that sort of stuff. And they performed here like 6 days across 2 weeks, like
Wow.
a Thursday, a Saturday, a Sunday, and then like a Wednesday.
Wait,
Thursday, Saturday,
Oasis?
Sunday.
All 6 days
Oasis.
of Oasis? That's
Yeah,
a lot of Oasis.
7 days of Oasis, like at the park, and it coincided with the WhatCon weekend and the weekend afterwards. I literally got back into Manchester on the Monday after the weekend, and I know this because I was coming out of the train station, coming back from the airport, and there were Oasis fans going into the train station to get their train home from the Sunday night concert, and it would have just like 2 weeks of chaos, and it just would have, it was. But I'm not an Oasis fan, so that's also why I wanted to get away from it. But people were selling like spaces in their garden for tents or spare rooms for like
You could have made a lot of money.
Wow. Yeah,
I
you
could have
should.
made. I honestly over there. I could have like sold space in my spare room. I could have sold like a tent in the
Yeah.
garden. I could have sold parking on the street with a permit. I could have made probably across the 2 weekends like 10 grand easily.
Wow.
Easily.
Wow.
Because people would have just paid an insane amount of money.
Well, speaking of things that made people happy and not things that make Rob upset, the reason that I brought up Oasis.
Well, it made me happy because I was like, now I'm extra glad that I'm in America. So I was like, it was that little like, I have to be away. So
You
I
didn't
was
have to
very
deal with
happy.
the drama.
I was very happy to like just watch it from afar. So yeah.
Okay. Well, the reason I brought it up is because the way I found out they'd gotten back together is because there was like literally this delightful story on NPR about Oasis fans going to see them, and they interviewed and tell me if this sounds familiar. They interviewed a guy who said he fell in love with Oasis in high school 20 years ago, and he'd been waiting his whole life to be able to see them. And it was like a dream come true that it was actually happening. And he never thought that he would ever actually see them, see them come to fruition. And he was probably going to cry the first time that they came on screen. And then they also interviewed this other couple who like flew over from America to go and see Oasis, and they got special tickets, and they met because of Oasis. They were in college together, and the girl walked into class and she was wearing an Oasis shirt, and the guy was like, "Hey, nice shirt." And that's how they met, and then they like fell in love and started dating and got married.
Talk about a meet cute.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I was like listening to the story, and I was like, this is so Wheel of Time fandom coded, like this whole story. And I was imagining when I was like, wouldn't it have been great if like NPR had done a story on like the fans and like the way that we reacted to the show and all of that stuff? Because like some of the things people were saying were the exact same things that WOT fans say about the Wheel of Time, especially longtime fans.
Well, now I want to email NPR and be like, you need to do a story in our fandom.
They do. They absolutely do.
Start with me and my
we have a
husband
story.
join.
And also, like, yeah, Jess and Daniel. There's so many like adorable, like in the friendships that we have, and how
and like the fundraising and the charity and the like, all of that.
And people are starting to feel themselves. Like I did see a couple of people post like that. It's WotCon was the first time they used their new pronouns, and like the first time they felt, they put it in our Discord servers, but in person having people refer to them as their preferred pronouns, and like that's amazing.
Yeah. Anyway, it was I thought it was delightful, and it just reminded me of how much joy the fandom gets out of Wheel of Time. So
no, I can absolutely believe that. There were people went crazy for the tickets because I mean the Oasis broke up like a decade ago or something like that, and
it's been a while.
People thought Noel and Leigh would never like
was more than a decade.
Yeah, there we go. But they thought they would like never make up, and here they are back together. And people were so desperate to see them that they what was it named? Gala Hill or something like that. There was a certain point in the park where you could go and sit on a hill and like you could still see the concert in effect. So like the first night or two, people did that who didn't have tickets, because the tickets sold out in like record time, and there was a little controversy around the ticket sales, but that's not going to fit in with our topic tonight, and it's pointless to discuss anyway. But those who didn't have tickets, they were so desperate to be included in part of it that they went and hopped up on the hill so they could watch. And the event organizers realized this and then put up a giant wall so they couldn't watch for free, even though they were far enough away that you can't really see much anyway. You can see like a stage and lots of like people, but in essence, all you can do is hear. But the greatest thing about it was people still went afterwards and sat there on Gallagher Hill
just to listen
and be around other Oasis fans. Which was very, very, I thought that was very sweet.
Overcoming adversity.
Yeah, reminding me a little bit of what they call Henman Hill, or Murray Mountain, as it's more commonly known now, but it was Henman Hill originally, named after British tennis players, where you go and watch Wimbledon. You sit on the hill outside Centre Court and just watch Centre Court live stream on a giant projection. screen. But because you can't get the tickets to get into Center Court are limited and expensive, so you can buy the general entrance to the grounds for like £10-20, something stupid like that, and people just sit on the hill to be together and just watch Wimbledon on a TV in essence, but in a big collective. It kind of reminded me of that. It was very, very sweet.
We did that with the World Series when the Nationals were in it, like before COVID. But when the game was in the other city, I think it was Houston Astros, whoever it was, we could get you could get free tickets into Nat Stadium and you could watch it on the screen. Like there were no concession stands open, but you'd be able to go and sit in the stadium to watch the game play. It was so much fun.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I love that. All right. So, what else is on Amisa's list?
Yeah, we should run through because then everyone has a chance to talk. Book series. This is another one we got a photo for. It's anything by David, and I apologize if I say this wrong. Sedaris. For Traumedy, but the gateway in particular was Me Talk Pretty Someday. And here's the book cover. So I'm assuming this is also Traumedy.
Yeah,
is that actually a genre, or is it like comedy trauma? It's just
basically that's what it is. Yeah, David Sedaris is like a comedic writer and playwright, and yeah, his work is very much like then the characters are always in some sort of traumatic situation that's just like so ridiculous that it becomes funny, and that's very much a common theme in the stuff that he writes. And it's, you kind of like bond with the character over their you feel bad for them about the scenario they're in, but the way that they're describing it is so funny that you can laugh through it. And that's really, useful to be able to laugh through pain. So yeah, that's a great recommendation.
Yeah.
Nice. So that was for book. For TV, Bones is a feel-good TV show. Her and the Maiden watch it together. I love Bones. Bones is hilarious.
So the characters are all so good and wholesome.
Mm-hmm.
So even when they're like making bad choices and doing terrible things, you still love them. So
yeah.
I don't think I've seen all of Bones.
I hadn't until about 2 years ago. I found managed to get them all, and I was like, right, I'm gonna actually, because I think I got to because this is 14 seasons, 12 seasons, something like that, and I think I got through 8 or 9 of them. It was when a certain couple had gotten together post Chaos and Baby Such. I hope they're vague enough that I'm not spoiling anything for anybody who hasn't watched it yet. Well, and
it's okay. I'm not worried about Bone spoilers.
And I actually watched all the way to the end, and I was just like, oh my god, the ending's really cool. For it's chaos, but it's great. It ended really well. I love it. So Bones is a great show. I've watched it, particularly the early stuff, multiple times myself, so I can understand that. So
I really love how they embrace their nerdiness in that show.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it is completely ridiculous, but
it's
so nerdy.
But there are some shows that there's a nerdy character, but they're kind of the butt of the joke, even if they're still doing
so
smart things.
NCIS, one of, at least in the earlier seasons, the nerdy agent always gets made fun of, but then you have the lab rat who's Abby, who total goth diva, but so they kind of make a caricature of her. So again, nothing wrong with being goth, nothing wrong with being smart, nothing wrong with being a lab rat, and she is the darling of the show, but it is also it is a caricature of a smart nerdy person.
Yeah.
Good point from Patrick here, by the way. Bones is great, but never ever start an episode while you're eating, unless you're desensitized to that sort of thing, and then you're fine. Because the guys who created the props and such and the bodies, They did great work.
Yeah.
I've watched interviews where the actors have been like, and we come in and like the props guys have like made this stuff, and we're just like, whoa, this looks so real. So yeah, it's don't don't start eating unless you're like totally that doesn't bother you, because it could put you off your dinner in some cases. So
Why don't we save the Watt moments and we can
I like that.
all
I was
discuss
just-
our Watt moments together at the
Yes.
end?
Yeah.
Does that work?
Love it. Yeah.
Should we have our you're not our guest, our longtime host who has graced us with her presence go next?
Sure. I feel a little guilty though, because I feel like Amis like really thought about things that people will enjoy, and I feel like I did too, but I feel like I also half used this as an excuse to just like talk about things that I really like right now.
There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that at all.
Same.
Literally, one of
Some
Leigh-A's
your
choices is currently a choice for me that I was like, I'm so glad Leigh-A put that in because I'm also wanted to talk about it. So
Yeah, well, and I did the same thing with Grace. What you put is like some of the things that because I saw some of your pictures, I was like, oh my god, I was gonna do that, and I didn't, and I'm so glad I didn't because it would be the same. Anyways, go ahead. And
No, and well, I mean, I think we have a community here because we are all somewhat like-minded in things. So I'm assuming if there's some things that I like, I think other people will. And these things, all the things I picked specifically, like really helped me in various ways. So I hope that they will help other people. So should I just start with anything and then whoever has the picture?
Yes.
Okay. I'll start with buttons. Okay. Well, I'll start with the one I actually can show you, which is Joe Abercrombie's newest book, The Devils. I was lucky enough to be able to get an early copy before I got this beautiful one from Broken Binding. And I was the reason I got that was because I could write a review for Dragon Mount. But Joe Abercrombie is, I think, officially now maybe my favorite author, and I talked about this a lot in my review. But what I find uplifting about Joe is the fact that he's very real, and his books are definitely not. He's kind of categorized as grimdark, but I don't know. I feel like that category can be kind of. It encompasses a lot of different things. It's not necessarily a specific thing, but it's like dark and depressing and gross, and people are terrible, yet it like makes you feel good. I don't know how to explain this, but it's basically like I listened through all of his other books when I was going through a really tough time. And it comforted me, and I don't understand because bad things are happening and it's really depressing. And every scene, the way he describes, it's like always disgusting and grimy. But there's funny, there's a lot of humor. I think that's a big part of it. But it's also kind of like, yeah, this is the reality. And we're kind of all in this together. And with the Devils especially, there's a lot of really small little acts of kindness that make everything seem so much better. And it doesn't even have to be like a grand gesture. And maybe it doesn't even change the fact that things really suck, but like somebody does something really nice for someone else. So The Devils is great for that. And also, yes, exactly, Nomen Garden. Dark and gross and people are terrible, so it's realistic. But it's like, yeah, this is how it is. It's not going to just pretend everything's rainbows. So if you're going through a tough time, sometimes it's really, if somebody's like, yeah, just smile through it, or like be positive, like that doesn't really help a lot of the time. So it's like validating, I think, to, be in a story with other people who are like really struggling. But The Devils is great because it also has the element of found family. And they have a group of people who are, as the name implies, devils. They're various types of monsters, necromancer, werewolf, things like that. And they all get together and they're on a mission together. And they're all horrible, but they sort of form bonds in their own way. So you can read more about this in my review. I talk a lot about why I loved this book, and I think it is my favorite Abercrombie book. So that's saying a lot because I really love Joe, and I think this is a really, really uplifting, gross book.
Would you?
Nice.
I asked this because I attempted First Law, and I really did not enjoy it. Would you recommend this book for someone if like you want to give Joe Abercrombie another shot?
Yes. Yes. I think that it's different. It's different than anything else he's written, and I think if you are someone who likes like fantasy and magical creatures and stuff like that, like this book will appeal more to that side of things. The First Law series has a lot of like political intrigue, but I think that this is more like fantastical, so you might actually enjoy this more. But I would also say if you struggle with reading Abercrombie, listen to the audiobooks, because oh my god, the performance of that narrator is like, I don't know, a masterpiece. Like it's just incredible.
Okay.
So the voice acting that he does and the reading is incredible. So that's how I blazed through all of the other books. I was just listening to them. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Cool. What else?
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Was that too long? Did I talk for too long? Like
Not
I don't know how
Never,
long. Okay.
never. We love we
Okay.
love all of your interpretations. I kept wanting to say as you were talking about like commiseration, and then you would like describe.
Yes. Thank you.
Then I would
Yes,
just say commiseration, but you would like say it much more eloquently. So,
Yeah.
And I was, I also had concerns about some of the choices that I made because of the same reason. I was like, I'm like, it's taking me out of this, of reality a little bit, and it might be darker. But I love the commiseration. I love the thought that goes into some of my choices, because like, you don't have to have something, in my opinion, you don't have to have something that's happy and uplifting and Like sometimes if you're not feeling emotionally well, that will just make you want to stab multiple things. So sometimes commiseration and that, you know, going to a darker place, as long as you can come out of it, it can be helpful.
Yep.
Amazing.
Agreed.
Love that.
Okay, so the other book that I'm just going to quickly recommend, I personally have not been pulled into it as much as many of my friends have, so much so that we had to create a new channel in our Discord server because so many people are in love with this series, Dungeon Crawler Carl by Matt Dinneman. It is the genre of lit RPG, but I think that these books they more read like a regular novel, fantasy novel. There is a little bit of gameplay aspect to it, but it really is a lot about the characters and the story. And it's basically someone in the real world gets pulled into a video game type atmosphere, and it's very fun. There's a talking cat, and there's crazy monsters and fighting and goofiness. And I read the first book and it was very fun. It wasn't for me necessarily to continue, but I know a lot of people are loving it. And I think if you're like a lot of Wheel of Time fans specifically are loving it. And so if you're looking for something light and funny, but also about resistance, then you should definitely read them.
Love it.
Cool.
Yeah,
absolutely.
you are not the first person who has come on the show and talked about Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Really? Oh,
yeah.
I
He
wouldn't
was
have
talking
mentioned
about
it
it
if
last week.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
And I almost put that as one of my choices, but I was like, I'm not going to go for the obvious one. So I'm so glad you put that.
Yeah. Okay. TV, my choice was Murderbot. Although Murderbot is also a series of books. that is now on my TBR because of the TV series. What I love about the TV series is Alexander Skarsgård.
Yeah.
And that's all. No,
it's acceptable to like a TV show
the end. Moving on.
That's acceptable.
His face will make you happy. The end. No,
right.
it's also very much. It's campy. It's funny. It's cute, but also about a group of people supporting each other and feeling a sense of belonging, or for someone who doesn't feel like they belong, helping them feel like they belong. And that to me is very uplifting. So that's why I chose Murderbot.
And I will say both the book and the show were on my list of things to add, but then I didn't. So again, thank you for saying them.
Yay!
For sure.
That's okay to say obvious things.
Yeah.
They're obvious because
There was just so many. I was like,
right now, things that are resonating with you right now.
Right. And we never know who's listening. There may be folks out there who haven't heard of these things or, aren't keeping tabs on, all the discussions. So hopefully,
we have people who watch our show who get Wheel of Time news from us. Don't pay attention to other things in the fandom. So,
that's so cool.
You never know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I hope people will at least take one new thing from tonight's show and enjoy it.
Yeah.
I hope so.
My movie choice was Flow. It's a Latvian animated movie that has no dialogue. It's all music and sound. It was recommended to me by a bunch of different people. It is a survival story. So I think it's really, and teamwork, cooperation, supporting each other. So I found it to be quite uplifting and very beautiful too. The animation is gorgeous.
Will this one make you cry? Is it very emotional?
I thought it would. I cry at the drop of a hat. And so when people told me about it and they told me what it was about, I was like, oh, I'm definitely going to cry. I think maybe I got a little bit teary at one point, but it's not, there was nothing too distressing in it. If you're feeling very raw and emotional and you watch it, you'll be okay. It's not there's nothing devastating.
But even they're like, oh my gosh, they all did it together and it's so happy and
yeah, there's a little bit of that. There's a little bit of happy, oh, that's really sweet, or oh, they did that together, that kind of thing. Yeah, for sure. There's I don't like
crying. I just don't like crying even when it is happy. And so
really?
Sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, this is gonna make me happy cry, and then I'm gonna be crying for 2 hours.
I can't guarantee that won't happen to you.
Okay.
If you watch that movie. Yeah. Doesn't need sounds, great storytelling. Yeah.
It's really cool.
Really cool.
Yeah. Love it.
I love that.
Yay.
Awesome.
Good. And then music, I don't know. This is just something that helped me. I don't know that it will help anybody else, but there's this British duo called IDER. It's these two girls who met in music school and they just became the bestest of friends, and they sing in beautiful harmony together. And a friend of mine invited me to go to their concert the Wednesday before JordanCon, and I was like, oh, that's stressful. I don't know, but I was something made me. I had listened to one of their earlier albums and I liked it a couple years ago, and I was like, all right, I'll go. It ended up being one of my favorite shows I ever went to. It was a small venue. I don't know why they aren't more famous than they are. I think they might be on the cusp because they did just open for Sabrina Carpenter a while back at some festival in England. But in any case, I went to this show. It was a small group of people. It was a really great crowd, and they were incredible. And they even came out into the audience and sang together. And it was very uplifting to me. Their new album that was what they're touring right now is very uplifting. It's a lot about, there's some feminism aspects, there's some mental health recovery aspects, there's some relationship aspects that are all I found to be very helpful for me personally. Music, people have different tastes. I can't guarantee you'll love it, but right now, it's like all I want to listen to is like everything that these two have ever done. And I got like pulled into their Instagram and TikTok reels, and I've basically just listened to everything that they've ever done. And I hope they get famous.
Do they have like a singer-songwriter vibe? Or
Yeah, definitely sing. They're very lyrical. They're very lyrical. They have a little bit of pop, dance, kind of a lot of electronic aspects to their songs.
Cool.
They have a lot of different influences that they blend together. Like one of their new songs even sounds like a little Bruce Springsteen-ish, which is kind of interesting.
Fun.
That's
so
interesting.
yeah.
Amazing.
That's really cool.
I love that you
And they-
went to the show and then was just like, this was when you weren't sure about going, and then you finish it, you're like, well, now I'm kind of low-key obsessed with them.
I just had a feeling that there was something in me that was like, I should go to this show. Like I hadn't been to a show in a long time, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go. And then because I knew I was going, started listening to the new album, and I was like, oh my God, this is everything I needed to hear right now. And it was really great. So yeah.
That's amazing.
Awesome.
Oh, and they went viral on TikTok a while back with one of their songs called Mirror. There's like a bridge that's like, if you're on TikTok, you probably have heard it. It's like what people do. It's like people this, people that, or whatever. That's their song. And that's, if you've ever heard of them, that's probably where you've heard of them.
Amazing.
Okay, cool. So many good ones. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I feel like every time we do these shows, I walk away with like, oh man, I have so many
I know.
things.
I started a list.
Yeah.
It's like I need more paper
I know.
because I'm almost to the end of this sticky note, and we still have 2 more people, like or 3 more.
Okay, well maybe you should go to give yourself a break from.
Oh, God.
That's a good point, yeah.
Okay, so for movies, there's so many good movies, but one cozy comfort movie that I love going to, and this is going to be a little bit of a theme through some of my choices, is Midnight in Paris.
Ooh.
Yes, it's so like it's not historical, but it's got like that historical movie vibes because Owen Wilson's character is in Paris for getting ready for his wedding, but somehow through hand waving, he keeps teleporting when he's by himself at midnight in Paris back to the early 19 teens where the whole École de Paris is. So all of the expat authors and artists and just all those like really cool people that you know from like pre-World War II or World War One. And he just goes on, he meets Ernest Hemingway, and Hemingway takes him on these adventures, and he just ends up having this like very delightful time and realizes that he's not in love with, spoilers, with the person he's engaged to, but also like it's just so much fun, and I love all the references. It's beautifully shot. It's very well crafted. The prose is amazing, and for me it is comfort. It's got this old timey. Oh gosh, I'm losing words. The like a period piece almost. So. And I love watching period pieces, so kind of like Downton Abbey or whatever. But so that's one of I always love watching that movie. And I do believe it just got released on one of the major streaming services recently. So you can go find it. You couldn't find it for a while. It is one of the few DVDs I do own, even though I don't have a DVD player anymore.
I definitely have not seen this movie.
I need to rewatch it.
Right up my alley.
I've not watched this either, actually. So.
Owen Wilson is not one of my favorite actors, but I love him in this. Like,
yeah, he's like that for me too. Like he's such, he's so.
He plays a very similar person every single time.
He's the same person every time. And it's
when he's
like,
not playing a caricature of himself, he can actually do a very good job.
But this one he is playing a caricature of himself. So because he's very self-deprecating, and he has that very similar humor that he always has. But in the context of this movie, there's just something that it absolutely fits. It's absolutely perfect. And like in the wonder and amazement that his characters always have, is like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm just gonna roll with it. This is so cool. Like the Owen Wilson babble. So it's just, I love it. I totally want to watch it again tonight.
Right. And just a reminder, folks, because Sherbet's just turned up halfway through that and been like, "What movie is this?" That is Midnight in Paris.
Midnight in Paris. Yes.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
And then for TV shows, I can't remember if it was while I was having issues with StreamYard, so I don't know if this one got uploaded. And again, like I was going to go off all my pictures, but now I don't know what I put. So The Gilded Age, which the second season is out on HBO Max right now. It is okay. That's fine. Whatever. Stupid StreamYard or stupid internet. Not StreamYard. It's not StreamYard's fault. So it is set in Oh, it did. Yes.
I couldn't find it.
Set in the 1890s. So this is a high industrial era in New York, and it follows mostly a bunch of women from the upper class that aren't like, they're all fictionalized. So there's a couple of historical characters in there. So you'll see like J.P. Morgan, they'll talk about Rockefeller, but it's all about the old families in New York versus new families in New York. And they even go into the fact that New York at that time period had a large, affluent, colored population. And there is one of the main characters is representative of that community. And they do go into issues and talk about, like right now they're talking a lot about suffrage for women, and Peggy, I'm going to lose her name. So bad with names, but the one African-American actress, the one character, she's talking about Black women's suffrage, and there's interesting conversations about like, shouldn't we just want Black men to be able to vote? And like, like for our age, we're like, what the fuck? Why would you say that? But it's a very interesting dialect going back and forth. They do talk a lot about issues. There was at that time period, a slight depression. So we're showing with all these people that are in industry that they're leading up to this minor depression that happens before the Great Depression in about 20 years. So yeah, I love it. The costumes are amazing and the acting is phenomenal. And it's one of those, it's very much like Bones. Like you love all of the main characters and you're rooting for all of them, even though sometimes they're competing against each other. So
love that.
And then I don't remember what else I put. I know I had for
You
music.
put Critical Role and Hadestown.
Which was the first one? Sorry.
Critical Role.
Oh, Critical Role. Yes, the other show I'm watching because like always deep into my D&D RPG, and it's just such an easy show to watch. I'm about 40 episodes into their third campaign, and I can just go put it on as background noise, and I don't have to watch it per se, although I do love being able to look up and see their faces, because all the players in this game are voice actors and are able to, like, they're extremely expressive. And so when something happens and they all react to it, and I really love that. So it's just fun. It's great storytelling, and like gets my RPG DM nerd game up. So gets me all revved to go. Yeah. And then I put Hadestown because that's what I call my Pandora station. It's basically a show tunes station that I've created. I'd been meaning to create one for a long time, but when we found out that our our favorite Matthew Cawthon was going to be in Hadestown, I decided to pull the trigger and actually make a Showtunes Pandora station. Yes, I'm old. I know. I use Pandora still. Yeah, and I just love putting that on, and I will sing very loudly, and my downstairs neighbor will complain, even in the middle of the day. Yes, he does, because I sing very loudly. I turned the volume up extremely loud, like I was listening to some sort of like crazy rock concert, and sing at the top of my lungs. But it's just good, and with that, getting back to what Bane and Chiad was talking about. Right? Like sometimes if you want a darker vibe, you can just fast forward through some of the songs that are vibing for that mood. If I don't want to go, I can on a dark kick, and I just want to be like, everything's so happy and wonderful. You can find songs like that. So I love my Hadestown based Pandora station to just meet all my needs. I will dance. And I will find ways to make my entire apartment some sort of weird stage ballroom that I have to like move around the set and like do crazy dance moves, which is also another reason I think my neighbor complains, because I definitely like leap and will jump.
She's leaping then, guys.
I will do some sort of Irish step dance. Yes, and that sounds. I'm sure that I don't want to know what that sounds like from the apartment below. I can imagine it's not great.
Love that.
I saw a Hadestown fan compilation video today of a bunch of people singing "Show the Way." Is that the right title?
Yes.
On walking escalators, or like moving walkways, and they were like all in like airports and stuff, and it was like a whole bunch of like theater kids
perfect.
like over emoting the
perfect.
song, and like they like jump onto the moving walkway, and then they're like reaching forward as they're like trying, like they're walking backwards on the walkway so they can't get there, and
that's amazing.
It was delightful.
I'm gonna need to find this.
Yeah, I saw it on Instagram somewhere. I don't remember what it was, but yeah, musicals are definitely my go-to like happy place for when I just like need to just like shout some lyrics out and like
and
let my inner theater nerd fly,
because you can find whatever type of escapism you need in it.
Yeah, it's and you can find them. Yeah, there's a mood for anything.
Yeah, if you want to get really depressed, you can go listen to Les Mis. If you want to be really happy, you can go listen to Hairspray. So
it's true, yeah. And I returned to Hamilton over and over and over and over again, and I've
still not watched Hamilton.
I find relevance. It's okay. It's probably not as, it doesn't resonate quite as much with a non-American than it does with Americans, but I just find so much relevance in Hamilton.
I've made a promise to watch it by the end of the year. So I made a promise. I will watch it by the end of the year.
Okay.
So yeah, it'll happen. So, but yeah, I know what you mean about the musical thing. Like when I rode down to WatCon with Jess and Master of the Deck, we put together a playlist for Cruise Ferrin, which ended up being about 18 hours long, far, far longer than the trip. And aside from adding, obviously, Ed Sheeran and classic stuff from, the 90s and the noughties and such, I did go in and add probably a dozen tracks from different musicals that I just enjoyed.
And those two gals love their musicals.
Mm-hmm. And then I think only one of them appeared. But that's fine, because I probably added about an hour and a half of music to the 18 hours of playlist, and I think Master of the Deck added about 4 hours, and the rest of it came from Jess.
Love it.
So it was quite entertaining. But yeah, it's good stuff. So Mel, do you want to go next?
Sure. Yeah. I'll start with my book recommendation, and this is a book that's been out for a while. I think it's at least like 10, 15 years old at this point. It's at least 10 years old, because Yeah, for sure, at least 10 years old. But it's called The Night Circus, and I can't click books. There's something about this book. It's just it's stayed with me, and it's a book I recommend to people who haven't read it like more than any other book that I've besides The Wheel of Time. Because it's there it's called, I mean, I guess the genre is called speculative fiction, but basically it's about this circus that just like appears out of nowhere in random places. It's just like, it's like not there. And then at night it just shows up, and it's like a fully functioning circus, and there's tents and, all the like normal circus characters, but it's just got this like mystical, magical, ethereal air to the entire story that it's almost like it's like experiencing your own dream that you don't want to wake up from. I mean, that's how the book feels. And so, if you really need to escape from something, and it does have, there are hardships in the book. It's not like it's not like a perfectly positive, complete like happy fun time book. Like there are people that go through challenges and deal with disappointment and that sort of stuff, but it's just wrapped in this envelope of mystery and beauty and magic, and I just love it, and I can't let it, I can't quit it. and I want more people to read this book because I just loved it very, very, very much. So
yeah, my best
by
friend
Aaron Morgenstern is the author.
My best friend Kayla reads probably 200 to 300, probably in a record 400 or 500 books in a year. She's constantly reading.
That's incredible.
Constantly, yeah. Minimum 200 books a year. I think a record is in the 400s, to be honest. Never, ever rereads a book, with the exception of The Night Circus.
Wow. Okay.
And she's read it, I think, 3 times. It's literally her favorite book.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah.
It's like being wrapped in a hug. I don't know. It's just a wonderful story. It's almost like difficult to describe because it's like fleeting the way that it sticks with you, but it's like one of those, like, I want to wake up in the morning and tell people about my dream because it was just so beautiful type of books. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, just incredible prose and really draws you in. Yeah, so that's my book rec. And then I'm sure and I know we've talked about this show on this show many times, but my show recommendation is going to be Ted Lasso because like the shows that you guys have talked about, it's about a bunch of like people who are really trying to be good or learning to be good or learning to be better about themselves, even though things are shitty and life is shitty and like bad things keep happening to them and they keep ending up in like terrible situations and they keep trying and they don't give up, or if somebody feels like giving up, somebody else is there to lift them back up to help them keep going. It's also about found family, like you've said, and it's also made its way into space. So like one of the astronauts who is on the International Space Station, Sunny Williams, went on the spacewalk. And if you were watching the spacewalk, you would have seen they have these flaps on their suits. She opened up a flap, and on the flap she had the Believe sign like stuck to the flap because she had just finished watching Ted Lasso, and she was so inspired by like the show, the premise of the show, and then she knew she was going to do this like incredibly taxing long, like I think it broke the record for spacewalks or came near breaking the records for spacewalks. It was like 10 hours or 12 hours or something. So it was incredibly difficult.
That's crazy.
So she taped that onto like a picture. She printed out a picture of that sign and put it in the suit. That's how much that show resonates.
That's amazing.
So
love that.
Yeah, if you need an astronaut recommended show.
A show that someone literally thinks is out of this world.
Indeed. And then probably comes as no surprise, and I picked it and nobody else did, so haha.
No, I was gonna pick this, and then I saw it in there, and that's why I thought I picked one of Leigh-A's. I thought it was Leigh-A's. I didn't realize it was yours, Mel. I am obsessed with this movie.
This is a combination movie and music recommendation. The surprise hit of the summer, K-pop Demon Hunters.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh my god, you need to watch it.
I am obsessed with this movie. I cannot. The soundtrack, everything.
Okay, so for those of you who are Disney fans, imagine like the modern Disney Channel show fans. If you've ever seen the Zombies series, this is basically Zombies, but with like K-pop stars. And they're so stabby. Like the first battle, like they have like slicey stabby. There's like, they've got all their weapons and they fight demons. While they're singing and fighting demons. It's so great.
And eating food.
It's so great. They love food. They love couches. You know, I mean, it's utterly delightful. It's delightful. There's a reason that it's like it's kind of going crazy because it's so much fun. And it's also about confronting your own inner demons too. So I won't give away everything because it's so new, but it's such an enjoyable show, and the soundtrack is, as the kids say, fire.
Oh, it is fire.
It's great.
Yeah,
it's so fun to sing to. My kids, one of the kids is like weirdly resistant to watching it, I think, because I like it so much. But the other one is trying to learn the choreography from all of the dances because there's like girl band and boy band dances in there, and they're like fun to like.
I'm just like here with the shoulders, like, you know.
Yeah.
Soda pop lives in my head.
Exactly. Yeah, it's the soda pop dance. He knows like half the soda pop dance already.
Yeah. And that's like the least bop of all the songs in it. Every song is a smash, and that's like the least, and it's the one that lives in my head. It's amazing.
They're so good. Every song is a bop. It's great.
It's literally the most successful by a margin, like movie that Netflix has ever put on. Like in terms of brand new one they've put together. It's not like they've brought in from somewhere else. I think it's their own one they've put together. It is smashed literally every single record Netflix has for a movie that they've made, and it's already getting sequels have already been confirmed, and spin-offs, and like
glad it's not canceled because
I even heard a rumor.
We're being happy.
There's even a rumor of a live action happening. Honestly, cannot recommend that enough.
It's so fun.
I listened to the soundtrack. I've watched the movie 3 or 4 times already. Like I'm with you there, Mel. It's good.
It's delightful. Skeeter asked maybe he should start with zombies, and I'm not gonna lie, like the zombie series is pretty fantastic, especially the first one. Like the next ones are a little derivative, but like if you enjoy singing and dancing musicals,
and a fourth one just came out, right?
Yeah, that is not at all an allegory for racism. You should watch Zombies because that's what it is. It's about racism, but overcoming racism, right? So sometimes you just need some basic fuck racism. Let's be good people kind of movies, and Zombies is a good one for that. Those are my recs. I'm done.
Awesome. I knew I would have some crossovers, so I have a much shorter list because I've already spoken about the music, and I obviously thought it was Leigh-A, but it's Mel, with my movie recommendation, which I hadn't even considered about the music crossover there, so perfect. So I've just got TV and books because I cannot pick a movie. If you know me in any way whatsoever, you know I can't pick a favorite movie. I'm like, just what am I watching obsessively at the moment? K-pop is up there. Okay, which for a fun tidbit I called K-pop demon drama initially. No, K-Cup Demon K-Cup Demon Hunters. Yeah, I called it K-Cup Demon Hunters for some reason. I think because I watched it with Kayla and Katie when I caught up with them post WhatCon, and everyone had been talking about K-Cup coffees, and so I said K-Cup instead of K-pop, and then I changed Demon Hunters to Demon Drama randomly one time, and it made me chuckle, so it kind of stuck. So my TV recommendations, there's so many good shows out there, but I'm a sucker for nostalgia. So my first one that I love is Star Trek Voyager.
Yes, I'm rewatching that too right now.
You know, I recently did a rewatch earlier. I'm on DS9 now. It's the one if I want to get someone like, what's Star Trek like? Should I watch Star Trek? It's the one I get people to watch because it's
Really?
like, yeah, I like, because there's no point going the new ones. There's so much about the new ones where, you know, you're missing some of the nostalgia and the different format. The
new
I don't
ones
know.
are
I think
style.
Strange New Worlds smacks.
I haven't watched Strange New Worlds yet, so it might be Strange New Worlds is what I go to.
So good. It's got like classic Star Trek vibes, but like in a modern envelope.
Yeah,
It's
I
good
might switch eventually, but currently that's the one. But I just love it. You know, it's not a perfect show by any means, but there's just something about the characters, and I love some of the friendships, like the Doctor and like Neelix and Mr. Vulcan, as he calls him. I can't remember his actual name now. No, he's Turok. No,
Tuvok.
No, Tuvok.
Tuvok.
Yes. The way they end.
Turok is from Wheel of Time.
Yes, the way that their friendship wraps up in the show, just things like that, really gets me. So I'm a sucker for nostalgia, and that one always has to go in the category. But and I hope everyone here has watched this. I feel like everyone on the show has. But if you haven't watched this, please go and watch.
Have you read the autobiography of Catherine Janeway?
No, not yet. It's on my
list.
My
god, it's so good. So if you love Voyager, you absolutely have to read this book and listen to the audiobook, because Kate Melindhra, the actress who plays Catherine Janeway, also my favorite Star Trek captain, narrates it, and it is fucking phenomenal. So just piling on.
Yeah, that's fine.
Narrating it.
But this next show, if you haven't watched it, please go and watch it. It snuck up on me and then just killed me in the best way in the last season, and that is Schitt's Creek. I'm willing to put it up there as outside of fantasy television, the best thing on TV. You know, it is absolutely incredible. If you haven't watched it, please watch it. It's just someone told me that I reminded them of a character from the show, and that encouraged me to go and watch it. And I'm willing to let everyone just decide who I might remind them of, because that would be very entertaining for me. But I was chatting to a friend, and she was talking about it. And she's like, "Oh my god, I was watching this, and you reminded me of this character." I was like, "Oh yeah, I hear about this TV show. I haven't watched it yet." And she was like, "Please, for the love of God,
is it the son's boyfriend?
Is it David's husband?
You mean Patrick?"
Well,
Is it Patrick?
Yes, yeah, yeah. She's like, "You remind me of this guy called Patrick in the show. Please go watch it." And then when it turned up, I was like watching when Patrick arrived, and I was like, "Oh yeah, okay. I feel like I can see why you think I remind you of Patrick." It will warm your soul in ways I cannot describe. It is absolutely beautiful. It is a perfection of a show. Like it's perfectly put together and ends in the perfect way. It ends too soon, obviously, but also wraps up perfectly, and we love it. So,
and it's very memeable. So,
it's so memeable. Oh my god!
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like 90% of the time I go looking for like a meme or a GIF to react to. It's like it's Schitt's Creek.
Moira, give me a Moira reaction or a David reaction, and it's absolutely perfect.
I love the Alexa, like, that one.
Yeah.
Leigh-A is my Alexa doppelganger. I've told before that she reminds me of Alexa.
I can absolutely see that. So, and my book recommendation is an Australian author by the name of Matthew Riley. This is not the best picture. I do apologize. Here's an example of his books. He writes what I call action adventure. that occasionally throws in like there's a there'll be a sci-fi series or something like that. There's a standalone book that's called The Great Zoo of China, and it's Jurassic Park meets dragons. Yeah, but he has one about a jungle explorer guy. That's Jack West Jr. series. He has one about a Marine. That's Shane Schofield, or Scarecrow is his call sign. And all right, there we go. I was hoping she'd come say hi.
That's so cute.
Yeah, she loves to sit like this, but she won't let me pick her up always. And it's incredibly fast-paced pretty much all the way through. But there is something really... It just sucks you in. And while sometimes it is like, okay, you flipped a double-decker bus off an off-ramp onto the motor, back onto the highway. And as it's done that, it's carried on flipping over and hit the other side of the highway and ended upright. And you've crushed the guys on the top shelf and saved the day and carried on driving it. It just like stretches believability in quite a way, but fits with the story that it's telling. And it is, my God, it's just absolutely brilliant. Now that I've looked at that, none of those are actually any of the series. They're all standalone books that are on there. But they are, it's like, how have I read half a book so quickly? But I'm so in love with all these characters, and they're so like engaging. And you can read even the Shane Schofield ones individually, but you can't read the Jack West Jr. ones individually, because it literally goes 7 ancient wonders, 6 sacred stones, 5 this, 4, 3, 2, 1. And this insane use of mythology and history in that series is absolutely wild, and actually makes you question some of the things that are in this world and being like, that I could see being a conspiracy theory on a TikTok trend. Someone being like the use for the Lighthouse of Alexandria, or the pyramids of Giza, or how the trials of Hercules actually became to be a real thing, or so many different things. And you're just like, how have you woven these together in a way that not only makes it work for the story, and low-key makes me believe that's why they exist, but also you've done it at a pace of 1,000 miles an hour without making me feel like I'm out of breath. It's ridiculous how ridiculous how he does it. And the Shane Schofield series, Scarecrow, is he's got his military advisors for writing his books really do give him all the great details, because it's so well put together. And yes, there are artistic license taken with how weapons can be used or how effective things could be, but it's so like realistic at the same time as well. And I cannot, if you're okay with a fast-paced book, I cannot recommend it enough. And that one, I will just devour those books. And I've read them multiple times.
Nice.
But if you want a low-key easy one to get into, the Great Zoo of China is a great one. Dragons, Jurassic Park crossover type thing. Hover Racer was a good one. Someone invented hover technology, and you took the racing of Formula One, the flying of a jet, and then the also strategy of point scoring games and things like that as well. That's actually start with Hover Racer, because that one's the best one, I think, if you're going to really start into it, because that is about a kid who's got talent as a hover racer, comes from nothing. So you kind of feel like where the story is going.
So kind of like Anakin Skywalker in episode 1.
Yeah, maybe.
But you don't hate the main character.
Oh no, you don't hate this main character at all. But it's that story is more about you learn the worth of hard work more than natural talent or anything like that, and the growth of those characters is really, really cool. Because by the end of it, what are you doing? Sorry. By the end of it, the outcome of the story is not because he has this magical talent or anything. The outcome of the story is because the main characters are they just work their asses off, and it just, the rewards that come from it, never ever giving up, is a massive part of that book. And it's shown in a few ways in it, and it's a very, very rewarding read. So I don't think I've ever spoken about Matthew Riley books before, but I was thinking about them today, and I'm like, they really are so good.
I want to give that to my son.
Yeah. Start him on Hover Racer. Honestly, that's a really, really good one. Yeah. There we go.
Cool.
those are my recommendations.
Awesome. Thank
The
you.
TBR
guys.
list is getting longer.
No, this is really
Oh!
great.
Patrick, you're also a fan. I didn't realize this. Yes, we should talk about this next time we catch up, Patrick. Because the 7 Wonders series is so good. It's all good. It's all great stuff. So, yeah.
So, do we have time to real quick go through our inspirations from Wheel of Time?
Oh yeah, we were doing
about
that as well. Sorry, I was just waxing poetic about the book series. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So the idea behind this, and correct me if I'm wrong, was to come up with scenes from Wheel of Time that inspire you when you're feeling down or struggling. So Amis had a couple, so I'll start with hers. She said, when Nynaeve and the Ashaman are walking and there's a bubble of evil, and then Nynaeve cures him of the past madness in his brain. You guys remember that moment?
Yep.
And then she also said, right before Dumai's Wells, Ruark and Amis were saying goodbye. And one of them, she thinks Ruark, says to Amis that they will see the sunrise. That's one of the most beautiful things she ever said. So that's how Amis describes to what.
And I think in that scene, they even like publicly touch each other's cheeks, which was very expressive for Aiel.
Big deal. Big deal touching.
Showing emotions. Ugh, gross.
I had two, and they're both like moments that happen during battles, but aren't really, well, I mean, kind of, that aren't really about the battle. One that I think I've said like a million times, and it's the moment where the women's circle are surrounding the Tuathan, who are surrounding the teenagers who are wearing the babies, and everything about that moment just like speaks to me of like, you know, facing down adversity, even though, you know, hope is not lost. You're still willing to hope and still protect the vulnerable. And that one to me just like, it resonates so much. And then I guess semi-related, the other moment like that for me that really gets me every time is when the Seanchan attack the White Tower and Egwene rounds up all the novices and she refuses to let the novices like cower in fear and instead gives them something to do and something to fight for so that they don't get lost in their own fears or worries about what's going on, and let them be scared. She gives them something to redirect their energies at to help them out, and I find that really relevant right now, personally, just to have something to fight for, so I don't get lost in anxiety and anxiousness and fear. Those are my two.
Yeah, love those.
The Egwene in the tower fighting the Seanchan is also one of mine, and it's, yeah, I find it very powerful. And actually, the last time for Ogier Con, that's what I listened to on the drive down, because it is like a lengthy portion of the books and it goes through, but it's one of Egwene is one of the people, one of the reasons I always go back to Wheel of Time. So when I'm feeling down about the world and I want, like, Egwene is like, she's such a, even though she's a fictional character, like I lift her up as somebody who I want to be more like. So in that moment, she's been through so much and her life is total crap, and she has the option to flee and leave, and she doesn't. She stays and fights and overcomes all the odds and really saves the day ultimately.
Yeah.
So
and she was hamstrung, right? Like she was fork-rooted and and all of.
Well,
yeah.
and her accomplices are novices who like barely know how to channel.
Yeah.
Who have really like the teachers have been neglecting them. So, and she's the one that's been teaching them. She's the one that's been helping them. And all the things that she's done leading up to this moment she capitalizes on all of it. It's such a powerful scenes plural. And very moving. I also really, this is going to sound really weird, enjoy Perrin's Trial by Margase.
Really?
But it's also just very validating. Like, he gets to say his piece and he gets to heal a bunch of wounds. And Margase, honestly, like, she's such an amazing judge over managing all of the emotions that are going around. So she's able to maintain order during that trial, give everybody a good, fair hearsay. And she's so smart about how she digs to the root of the issues and then makes a very fair judgment. I think that leaves all sides happy. Happy. Some people are not like quite thrilled, but but overall it's a very fair judgment, and the two main parties come to, like, they agree that the judgment is fair. So again, it's not necessarily a happy scene, but I love the way that it's written and crafted, and then it's able to let the story move forward without this contention.
Agreed.
I think I like it for that reason.
Monk.
It's good.
Wow.
Glad that's your takeaway.
Yes. Bainisha, did you have a moment?
So I have 10.
Love them.
that I wrote in an article. I wrote in an article a long time ago. So I'm going to put that in the chat if people want to read that. It's basically, as I mentioned before with the Devils, I really like it when people help each other in small ways. So I wrote an article about the top 10 wingmates of time. So like people supporting each other at crucial moments in sometimes very sweet ways. So I'm going to put that in the chat. But what I'll talk about is, for me personally, an inspiring moment, or I guess the most inspiring moment, is when Nynaeve breaks her block. To me, just the metaphor of being at your absolute lowest and ready to give up, and then like finding the inner strength to overcome and to break free and save yourself is just really powerful to me. And I love the way they did it in the show too, because I think finding that inner strength can be a lot of different things for different people. And in the book, it's surrendering, it's letting go of trying to control everything so much. But in the show, it's finding something meaningful to you from your past, or remembering something comforting, or remembering a reason to live, or whatever it might be, however you want to interpret that moment in that scene. So yeah, just for me, that's powerful scene. I always cry when I read it or when I watch it, because it just feels hopeful to me.
Love it.
That.
Yeah.
I have two. One's a Perrin moment, shock. So it is the Battle of the Two Rivers, and that moment where everything's about to crumble, and then the women come and help them, and that's it's just a very powerful moment in the books. But one that always gets me, that I feel is like sort of missed or low-key just forgotten about in the books, and it's about Rodell, one of the great captains, when he gets Rand sort of picks him up and just drops him in that Borderlander city, with the name of which I forget right now, and just says, hold the city. And then he gets forgotten about by Rand because he's got all the shit he's dealing with, whether you agree.
Darth Rand.
Yeah, Maradon.
Yes. In Maradon, yeah. When Rand's off doing his Darth moment and doesn't come back as promised. And Rodell is just there not giving up, even though he realizes he's been abandoned by everything. he and his men just keep finding ways to resist, whether that be smaller and smaller sections or different. He's got plans within plans within plans within plans, and he keeps making more plans within those plans, to just keep resisting and keep going and not giving up, despite odds that are so insurmountable. And it, eventually at the very, very last second, Rand wakes up and comes and saves him. And it's just not giving up even in those odds. It's just, there's something really, I just feel like the Mariner, like, people love it. And, when it comes out, people are like, oh yeah, but it's never a big moment people talk about, because I feel like in the moment in the books, like when it happens, it's just like, and we move on.
Yeah, well, and it's drawn out over multiple chapters.
It is.
So
different
it's
chapters
not,
with lots of stuff in between. So yeah,
it's not like Land's last stand,
right?
Where Rand does go after the Fields of Marilor and saves Land, and that whole that's an amazing
Avengers Assemble moment.
Yes. Yeah, that's a great analogy.
It's a perfect analogy for it. It really is that sort of moment, and that like the mentions that you with the Egwene and that everyone else has put in, like they are moving. But yeah, this one I just like because of how it's placed in the books, and the other moments that do happen. I feel like it's just like
it's drawn out over at least a book and a half, if not longer.
Yeah, it's long.
It is long. So, but yeah, every time I read that, I go through it and I'm just like, that guy, man, like a lot of people get stitched over, but like that guy got stitched over and was just there, never ever giving up. And an example of that in the TV show is, Egwene's Damane stuff in season 2, where she's just never ever gives up. And what I remember watching that, it reminded me like, oh, that's kind of like no matter the odds, you still don't give up. Like reminded me of that moment from with Rodell in the books. So that was my moment that I decided to pick this time. So
love it.
It's all very hopeful.
Never ever give up. Never. Which is kind of a theme I've decided because of the book recommendation I was going with. So yeah.
Yeah.
The cat is she's kind of camouflaged, but she's in front of the
she's in front of the TV. She's so good.
She is so clever girl.
Look at her.
Oh so my funny. God.
It's an interesting place to perch.
Yes.
Yeah. She's just funny. She just like sits certain places, and it's like it's funny getting to know like a cat that's not like a kitten, like one that's already grown up, like getting to know their personality, because she's kind of random and I haven't quite figured her out yet.
It's a lot of I've been having that fun with O'Neill and Sue, and so yeah, it's quite an experience. I'm so glad that she's settling in. It's just
people left.
Yeah, I wish she would come closer, but maybe she's being shy.
We've talked for a long time, and it's it's bedtime for some.
It is bedtime for sure.
It is bedtime.
It's been lovely inspiring each other.
Yes.
Adding to the TBRs.
Yeah.
And the
lots
TV watch.
of notes.
So thank you for hanging out, everybody. Thank you for joining us, coming back and hanging out on your beautiful visit to Spain and Shared. We appreciate that. If you are watching back later, or if you're watching live and you want to like really help out, go throw your recommendations in the comment section after the video is finished. Be that books, music, TV, movies, whatever it might be. Go throw them in there and share more of the recommendations of things that bring you light as you go on your journeys through these different media experiences. So, and I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else.
Yeah, no.
Right. So, we will see you next time, folks. But until then, may you always find love, water, and shade. Bye.
Bye.
May you always find love